بلادنا حر، هي الإصابة.
كل شيء لابسينه أسود، كاغول أسود، كل شيء أسود.
So we're at the front line of the European Union. In front of me is Croatia and behind me is Bosnia, and there have been hundreds of refugees that are camping here, massing here, trying to get in, and they've been stopped here and further into Croatia by brute force and often violence. Although the media has gone quiet about refugees trying to get into Europe, the crisis never really ended. And in 2018, Bosnia and Herzegovina became the new epicenter of the Balkan refugee route. Refugees travel to the town of Velika Kladuša, near the Croatian border, and wait for their chance to cross into the EU. But when they're caught by Croatian police, many report being robbed, beaten, and illegally deported back to Bosnia.
Under here.
You're staying here?
Yes, 4 people.
How long have you been here?
8 days. No, we had nothing when we came here. People were tired. Many have tried games, hit by the police, not successful. Going to the forest, coming back. It is like kicking people out of the country, as easy as that. As if they are garbage.
When I was across the border, actually 10 days and nights, I'm crossing and walking middle forest and jungles inside the Croatia. And unfortunately, in that time, I'm gonna be sick and I slipped down. So I go to the police station by myself. And I told them I'm a refugee and I have a problem, and they helped me, first of all. This is my paper,
Okay.
that I'm in hospital. And 3 days and nights I'm in hospital, and then they are pushed back me to the Bosnia and Herzegovina with a bad situation. They treat me in the Bosnia and Herzegovina border, and they are hit my phone and broke my phone as well.
Who was it? Which police?
Yeah, Croatian police actually. Yeah, and I told them I want to stay in Croatia as a refugee, so they do asylum. And
so you asked for...
Yeah.
So we've just been told to leave by the police. They didn't really give us a clear reason why. We insisted that they stay. They said you better leave now, and so we are. These deportations contravene international law. According to the so-called non-refoulement principle, EU countries are obliged to process any asylum request that they receive. They are not allowed to deport a refugee if their claim hasn't been properly processed and then rejected. But if these widespread allegations are true, then this principle clearly isn't being respected by Croatia.
لما بيمسكوك هم بكرواتيا تكون كرواتيا يمسكوك ما يعملوا لك شيء، لما يجيبوك على الحدود يعملوا فيك كل شيء. هاي الحدود يحطوك على الحدود، كل شيء لابسينه اسود، كاغول اسود، كل شيء اسود. هاي الادويه للجميع. ها ليش يضربونا هون؟ انا مضروب هون، مضروب هون هون. شوف مضروبين نمشوا بالدواء. عمنت يجي لك مصاريك تليفونك يكسره ويزيد يكسر لك رجليك ويضربك للراس ويرميك بالواد، يعني يروح موت. معليش مسكتني رجعني على الحدود وخليني اروح. ليش تضربني وتعمل لي ذا الشيء؟
None of the refugees that we spoke to wanted to stay in Bosnia, and it's not hard to see why. Bosnia's cash-strapped government is unable to provide even basic support for them. and the so-called reception center in Velika Kladuša is little more than a muddy field. They're just burning rubbish in a hole here. Refugees in Bosnia rely on the support of humanitarians and NGOs. No Name Kitchen is a small non-profit that provides food, showers and other support. They also compile reports on illegal pushbacks and border violence, based on the testimonies of refugees.
Because it's not just the border of Croatia, it's the border of the European Union. So it's definitely not just this decision of 10 border police officers, but it's the decision of the European Union in which strategy they wanna pass through. So the pushbacks are mainly happening from the Croatian side, but we've observed as well like the clear cooperation of the Slovenian police. They are detected in Slovenia, they are denied asylum procedure after they are deported back to Croatia, and from Croatia they are being deported back to Bosnia. Also, many people reported to us recently that police is pointing the guns against their heads or like placing the guns into their heads and basically threatening them or using this violence as a kind of politics of deterrence, that they are trying to put them into big pressure that they don't want to cross or they don't try to cross anymore again.
It is believed that these alleged pushbacks are the result of pressure placed on Croatia by the EU. In August 2018, an official press release by the German federal government stated that Croatia is not yet part of the Schengen area, but with its security forces it is doing an excellent job in protecting the EU's external border. It's widely suspected that stemming the flow of refugees into Europe is a precondition for Croatia's entry into the Schengen area and the Eurozone. But this border policy is not unique to Croatia. From Hungary to the UK, the story is the same. Frontex, the agency tasked with policing the borders of the Schengen area, has seen its annual budget grow from 6 million in 2005 to 320 million in 2018, an increase of over 5,300%. But while the EU pours money into fortifying its borders, refugees keep drowning in the Mediterranean. Since 2014, more than 16,000 people have died making the sea crossing, and Europe seems more concerned with raising barriers than saving human lives. This raises an awkward question. Is the EU trying to deny the right of asylum to those who need it to survive? Having heard so many allegations of illegal behavior by the Croatian police, we decided to travel across the border to speak with Damir Butina, who's the chief of the border police in the nearby town of Cetingrad. There, we received a blanket denial.
Hrvatska policija, dakle u svakom postupanju prema bilo kojoj osobi, bilo se radi o državljaninu Republike Hrvatske, Europske unije, treće zemlje, postupa isto, a to je u skladu sa zakonom, profesionalno i decidirano mogu reći i odbaciti svaku tvrdnju koju ste naveli u smislu toga da hrvatska policija radi nešto nezakonito. Reći da mogu samo pretpostaviti kada govorite o ozljedama, razbijanjima određene imovine i tako dalje, da je to može biti uslijed, odnosno to može biti rezultat ili posljedica upravo tih međusobnih obračuna i netrpeljivosti između određenih etničkih skupina.
There is some truth to Butina's claims. According to information that we received from the medical clinic in Velika Kladuša, by the end of October, there had been 145 registered cases of refugee-on-refugee violence, one of which was fatal. But in this same period, 47 cases were attributed to the Croatian police. So while violence between refugees does happen, it's still very hard to believe that the police are victims of a conspiracy and that all of the refugees that we spoke to were lying. So we've just been told that just here there's an abandoned building where refugees are living. Apparently many of them in there have been injured as a result of the pushback from Croatian police. We're going to go check it out now.
ثلاث مرات كماشوني بعد 7 أيام نمشي بيكمشونا بيحطونا بالسجن بسيارة 15 واحد بحطوا يعني نفس ما بتقدر يعني حتى تنزل السيارة يعني بتحس حالك ميت يعني جسمك كله يعني بعد 7 أيام هالتعب هالشي الشغلات جسمك يعني تكسر.
بمنتصف الليل ردوا يشيلونا بسيارات بس سيارات شغلوا علينا البارد طول الطريق شغلوا علينا المكيف البارد اللي احنا جوا محبوسين فيها. تموا هيك لوصلونا لمنطقة هون حدودية. هون بمنطقة الحدودية استلمنا عسكري دركي شرطي ما عرفنا شو هو.
8 سيارات تركونا 8 ساعات تركونا في داخل السيارة ومغلقة. يعني في هذيك اللحظة كدت أن أغمى علي. أنا مريض سكر وعندي مرض ضغط الدم. في هذيك اللحظة توقعت أني حموت في هذيك اللحظة لأنه فعلا الأكسجين شبه انتهى. وصرت أخبط على السيارة بعد نص ساعة إجا حتى كمان كنت بدور على الحمام أكثر من مرة صار إيش يندى علي كان بصوت مرتفع اسكت وما تحكيش ومش عارف ايش. بعد الحاح لما رحت الحمام وانا حتى داخل الحمام صار يخبط علي لمده نص دقيقه ما خلاني اكمل اني ادخل الحمام. للامانه هي بعتبرها فعلا نوع من التعذيب بس على اساس ما يكونش في اثار للضرب.
بيحكوا معي كرواتي لو خبطوني على رقبتي خبطوني كفين خلونا قاعدين هيك شو قاعدين هيك 9 ساعات اجرينا اتكسرت.
نحن اول شيء ما جايين من بلادنا نبلش، بلادنا حرب، هاي الاصابه وهي مريضه انا سكر وهي اصابه في سوريا تمام في القذائف. يعني ما حدا حيستقر في كرواتيا، نعرف انه ما يعطونا لجوء في كرواتيا. نحن عم نجي لجوء هيك هي شوف ما جايين نزهه، نحن جايين لجوء بلادنا حرب.
So that can only be described as completely horrifying. That many human beings in one building with no electricity, no toilet, no water is just really, really horrendous. And from talking to them, the question that happens over and over again is why? Why are they beating us? You know, take us out of your country, that's fine, but why are you beating us up? Why are you insulting us? Why are you smashing our phones? It's really quite traumatizing. There have also been allegations that the Croatian police have been trying to criminalize solidarity. Dragan Umicevic is a refugee activist from Croatia. In March 2018, Dragan provided support for a group of Afghan refugees who had already crossed into Croatia. He was charged with human trafficking and fined around 8,000 euros. Speaking to the local media, Dragan rejected the charges and said that the police were trying to make an example out of him to deter others from providing help. So, since the last time we were here, they've completely evacuated this protest camp. It seems like it was done in a rush because there's still half-cooked food, clothes, baby shoes, teddy bears. They refer to this trying to enter Europe as the game here, but it just doesn't seem like fun at all. What we've seen in Bosnia shows how hostility towards refugees at the heart of Europe manifests as violence at its borders. It seems that European politicians prefer to keep refugees out rather than stand up for them. And until this changes, the violence and the pushbacks will only continue.